Hello and welcome. I'm Annalisa, co-founder and CEO of the Up Family, and I'm excited to speak with you today. With my team, I've been paving the way for major change in the construction industry. We are reinventing the way reporting is done. Now, before I explain how, I'll share a quick story. We know accounting was one of the first business practices formalized in the 18th century. A global method using ledgers of credits and debits was adopted and is still used today as the common way to reconcile financial accounts. From the 70s, we saw spreadsheet software that enabled financial modelling on a computer, and for over 30 years, the product was improved but continued to stay the same in its basic features. Now, that was until 2006, when Xero, a new player in accounting software, changed this across the industry forever. They decided that rather than just replicating what had always been done, they would follow around some small business owners and watch how their everyday work was impacted by their accounting systems. Now, what they saw was that the most important information was gained from checking the bank directly to see who had paid and what cash was actually there, as this was a source of truth for them. They did this task every day, but so inefficiently. The business owners didn't process their accounting transactions there and then. They had to come back later to do the bookkeeping. So that year, Rod Drury, Xero's founder, met with New Zealand's ASB Bank and pitched to them the concept of supplying bank transaction data directly into Xero's online accounting system. And just 1 month later, bank feeds were born. The feature was a hit. Customers could log into Xero, reconcile their transactions, and immediately update their financial records to match the activity in their bank account. Daily reconciliation eliminates catch-up work and lets business owners have a real-time view of their numbers. Now, in 2020, bank feeds have become a basic prerequisite for all accounting software, and Xero report to have over 2 million subscribers globally. Now, if we can do this for financial reporting, imagine if we could implement such an efficiency change in other industries where lag in reconciled data causes discrepancies, like construction. Over the past few years, construction tech has taken over the manual paperwork processes that we used to see on site. In fact, there's an overload of options to use. Subcontractors are sent tenders and information through project management systems being used by the builder, then asked to subscribe to various safety systems, and often they have to use a completely different system to manage their own staff and compliance. And through all of this, there has been no change in how the progress of a project is reported, even though the current method is not effective. Currently, the builder is responsible for progress data input. It's not always correct and reporting lags. Construction programs are updated monthly at best, all while we have statistics that tell us large projects run on average 20% behind the scheduled time. In 2018, it was estimated that insolvent companies in the Australian construction industry owed $2.7 billion and would likely be unable to repay the debt. The social impact on an industry in such disrepair is hard to estimate, but we know something needs to change. Today, I'm proud to introduce you to the Up family's newest apps, Project Up and Check Up. We are flipping construction reporting on its head and teaching the industry a new way to verify the data they rely on. Using a suite of apps designed for every stakeholder involved in the project, we are empowering teams and individuals to report on their own work at the time it's done, creating transparency and efficiency in the way we share information about projects. Let me give you an example. Mark is a project manager in a mid-sized building company. He's currently building an aged care facility. Before he started the project, he let his subcontractors know in their tender that they needed to use the Up family apps to report progress throughout this project. Mark is using Project Up, knowing he can cover tendering, compliance, and site attendance within the system. But the most important thing to him, just like the business owners that Xero learned from, is checking the source of truth daily of where the building progress is at. A large part of Mark's job is to keep that construction program up to date, as it informs not only him, but so many other stakeholders of what to expect. For example, the next trades, when should they come to site? For the bank, when should they supply the next funds? For the developer, when can the property be available to occupy? On previous projects, Mark has spent so many hours updating the construction program and disseminating a new one every month or so. Now on this project, as the foreman for each trade completes a day's work, he takes 60 seconds to log on and enter his team's progress. Mark has the opportunity to review and approve, and similar to banking transactions being reconciled at the time, rather than doing that bookkeeping catch-up later, the construction program is updated as the information is received and everyone has real-time access to critical verified data. Every bit of data that is reported about the project is now being stored in its own digital file to be used for things like property sales, defect rectification, and building upgrades in the future. Unlike data that has been collated in the current systems, this data comes from a verified source. For example, the team member that records the progress directly ties this to his timesheets for payroll, allowing both pieces of data to be verified during the payroll process each week. As the information flows up the reporting channels, off-site stakeholders can be confident in the visibility they have, creating transparency in reporting we haven't experienced in construction previously. Now, Checkup is a view-only dashboard of the project, displaying progress and compliance to those stakeholders not on site, like the developer of the building, Harry, and the bank manager, Ian. Rather than waiting for program updates from Mark, Harry can log in anytime and see the most up-to-date reporting. Any changes to the program are now expected and taken into account as everyone has the most up-to-date information. The bank manager in charge of finance for this project is Ian, and he's not a Checkup subscriber yet, but that's fine. When the developer wants to update Ian with the progress of the job, Ian will receive an email with a link and he will still be able to download the information he requires from Checkup. He can share it with whoever he needs to. The Up Family apps are fully integrated with Microsoft Project, so they're accessible by everyone in the industry. Now, Ian can reply and participate in the conversation and planning for the project, and he can be sure the data he is viewing is verified and up to date. Now, this is how the Up family will spread from team to team, project to project, client to client. And as the team finishes up with this project, a little magic has been happening in the background. The Up family has created a digital QA manual for the project with every detail from materials used to who installed them, warranties, defect periods, and much more. The Up family creates a living identity for the project that stays with it for a lifetime. We are creating transparent, verified reporting that will become effortless common practice. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. We are working on an algorithm that will predict the actual completion schedule of a project and automatically synchronize trades to work in the most productive order to get a project completed on time. This will be based on the actual productivity rates of the tradespeople on the current project, giving visibility never seen before in this industry. This team is working on a completely new way of reporting to be done in construction. Other solutions are still relying on the project manager to collate data, for that data to be correct, and for it to be reported in a timely fashion. Now, today in our world, we need a unified and transparent approach. And the Up family is that. It's completely centralized. Everything happens from one system. Everything is trackable, so we will never need to question why or when something has happened on a construction site again. Now, Mark loves this technology and he will not be alone. The system has been developed with interfaces designed with ease of use at the forefront of our minds, knowing the diverse range of people we want to engage, from the on-site labourer right through to the building owner. In 2021, we plan to target every mid-sized builder in Australia to tell them about this new product. At the same time, we will be disseminating information to auditors, banks, insurance companies, and developers, asking them to adopt this way of reporting to benefit themselves in their construction ventures. We know we need subcontractor engagement for this style of reporting to work, so we have designed and trialled a system for them to collect progress data. Without even rolling out a marketing strategy, we were able to secure 1,000 subscribers to log in every day to record their progress and project information. As an added bonus, these subcontractors have reported an increase in productivity of between 2 and 5%, purely from tracking their own productivity daily and having insight to make required changes to improve the outcome of their current projects. Now, let me tell you about the market construction. Just right here in Australia, it is huge, covering 9% of all GDP. Construction generates over $360 billion in revenue annually, and in 2019, over 1.15 million people were employed in the industry. That's 9% of all jobs in Australia. A survey of the construction industry recently told us that 69% of respondents feel prepared for the impact of new technologies on their business. Equally, 69% think that new tech will increase productivity, while 62% of respondents say that it will also increase revenue. This market is ready for digital transformation. But how will it have such a positive impact if we are not changing the things that don't work? Our number one competitor, Procore, an American company that came to Australia in 2017, have worked hard and gained considerable market share. Feedback is that their system is expensive, hard to use, and has not improved the problems faced by our local industry of incorrect data reporting. The construction program in Procore is updated in the traditional way by the project manager, adding unverified data and disseminating when he has time. Now, we are currently locking in subcontractor subscribers on a SaaS model, per member monthly subscription, so that we can grow with their businesses. In 2021, we plan to scale by selling subscriptions to builders who will also contractually oblige the subcontractors on their projects to subscribe as well. Subscriptions for builders will be based on the size of the project and increase as our offering improves over time. In 2021, our goal is to track the progress of 100 projects in this way. Now, you may be wondering why the Up family are the perfect team to reinvent construction reporting. We know this industry. Our founders and shareholders all own construction companies. We have subcontractors, suppliers, developers, and builders who have all come together to collaborate on this solution. They have all known and worked together in our local industry for over 20 years. And while they are all successful business owners, they have learnt the pain of this industry personally. In 2021, we will complete our $1 million investment round and go fast to further develop the product and have a huge marketing push. We are going to change the way industry thinks about reporting. The Up family will become the norm. We have the team, there is a real pain, and we have the solution. We have a beautiful product and we have traction. So if you would like to take part in this online revolution, if you would like to help us bring order back to the chaos, please let us know, as we would love to have you on board. Thank you.